All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to Money Matters. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today is episode 21. So I'm very excited. I can't believe I've survived this long. It has definitely been a very interesting journey, personally for me as well. And I'm very glad that many of you have been around here with me throughout this journey as well. If you are new here, welcome to Money Matters. Money Matters is a live stream show that we conduct every Sundays at 3 p.m. to get people to learn different topics about money. I think personal finance, business finance, entrepreneurship, these are very big topics and there's a lot to learn. But if I think we have to take a course to go to college and learn about it, not all of us find that as our cup of tea. But I think it's still a very important topic that everyone should be learning about, which is why we have Money Matters, so that you can spend about half an hour every Sunday to just update yourself on some of the ideas, some new skills that you can develop, some new principles that you can have in your life, so that you improve in terms of your personal finance management as well. So I'm super duper excited to have you guys here. If you're watching, drop a hello in the comments so that I know that you're watching. And of course, as usual, don't just keep it to yourself. Share the goodness with everyone. Do share out this link with your friends and family that you think should be learning about personal finance a whole lot more, so that we can benefit more people and together improve in terms of our personal finance. And I think in Money Matters, we have various type of contents and many different speakers who come on board. Sometimes we talk about topics like budgeting and costing and all those kind of stuff, but we also talk with a lot of entrepreneurs who are successful in their respective fields, who come and share about their experiences, personal experiences, the obstacles they faced, how they overcame it, and how we can learn from their experiences and not make those same mistakes as well. So today is a similar session where we'll be featuring a wonderful entrepreneur. I personally am very excited to conduct this session because I think she is amazing. She's super friendly and she has a lot to share. And I think all of us will definitely take away something very useful today from today's session as well. So if you're not sure who is our guest speaker, worry not. Our guest speaker is none other than Miss Eleen Chan from Lifestyle Ventures. So she actually started this company alongside her spouse, and now it has grown into something huge, and she continues to impact people through that. Personally, she has impacted me with her wonderful, yummy, tasty sambal, and I love it. And I'm gonna let you guys know where you can buy it. Trust me, we finished one bottle in like one day. That's how good it was. So we will talk about that later. But more than that, we're going to be talking about her personal experiences as well. So if you're new, do follow us on Simply Empowering so that you continue to get updates, or you can also follow me personally on my social media, The Real Madhura, so that you get continuous updates on when our future sessions and how, so that you don't miss any of it. I'm also going to leave a link to our subscription, so that in case you'd like to continue to watch all of our future sessions, you can actually subscribe to Money Matters. Don't worry, it's not a paid subscription or anything. It's just a free subscription to continuously receive updates from us. So you can continuously receive updates and join us without fail every Sunday at 3 p.m. So without further ado, let's get into the highlight of today. Let's welcome Miss Eleen on screen. Hi, Miss Eleen.
Hi. Good
How are you?
afternoon, Mathura.
I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling nervous.
Nervous. I hope you won't feel nervous for a long more. I mean, we are gonna have fun. If you guys are watching, guys, do drop a hello for Miss Eleen here in the comments, so that her nervousness goes down a bit. But don't worry, we're just gonna have a very casual conversation, and we're just sharing experiences. And I think you have a lot to share personally, I have to say. So shall we jump right in? Shall I ask you some questions so that we break the ice a little bit?
Sure, of course.
Okay, so I my way of breaking ice is not how many people do it. I go into very serious questions immediately. So I'm gonna go into my most serious question, which is, what is the biggest money mistake you have made? I think you can share about personally in your personal finance or also your business. What is the biggest mistakes you have made?
Okay. My name is Eleen. My company is Lifestyle Ventures in Berhad. So actually, basically, we are dealing with chilies. So okay, what biggest money mistake that I've ever made is that we trust too easily with our suppliers in another country. Even though we have been to their farm, their warehouse, and etc.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they still cheated us. At that point, we lost about 200,000 for this fellow by depositing the money first to them.
Wow.
So, yes, even though we already have, been there to the farm, but yet these kind of things happen. And then we kept on asking why the container has not reached yet, because we buy in container in big box. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they drag the time by saying that the chili is rotten, giving a lot of excuses by raining. That the excuses is like whatever they can find. At last, the raw material did not come.
Yeah.
We approached the embassy to ask for their help because they are from other countries. So until now, the case has not been solved. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I mean, I can't even imagine the moment you say 200,000, I'm still stuck there. Where you're like, what? How painful this would be. So maybe we can get, I think the audience also would be curious to know what exactly does Lifestyle Ventures do? What did you start off doing and now what are the things that you do in your company?
okay, Lifestyle Ventures is actually started off with only supplying this fresh chili.
Yes.
We destock the chili, and then after that we send to those chili paste or chili sauce manufacturers.
Mm.
So that was in year 2003. So we started off, and at that point of time, we just start in a very small, the smallest room in our apartment.
Yeah.
And when the supplier or the customer came, they feel like, they feel like uneasy, because a company it is at home, they cannot accept it. So
Yep.
at that point of time, I have my eldest son still playing over there. So they were like, okay, uh, they have no confidence lah.
Yeah.
Easy to. So after that, I told my husband, I said, we need to get all this off because if let's say we still like this, then sooner or later our business will not be sustainable.
Yep.
So work very hard until year 2009. We bought our Kota Kemuning Terrace factory. Yeah. So of course, during the period of 2003 to 2009, we also faced a lot of issues that sometimes the supply is a lot.
Yep.
They Our customer cannot take it so much. The demand is not there, and we have to throw a lot of chilies.
Yes.
So when we have our own factory, I am the one who do the R&D to do the chili paste, so that without preservative and it can sustain for the shelf life that we want. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, after we have done all those numerous testing and of course, we are doing according to the Food Act.
Yep.
Then Then after that, we managed to penetrate into the market. Okay. Of course, when we move to the Kota Company, we also get our ISO 22000 and Halal certified. So basically, this is our journey. And then in year 2017, we moved to our semi-D factory, which is located in section 36 now.
Okay.
There, we have invest in a more sophisticated machine, which is a septic machine that can produce chili paste without any preservative and can put in ambient temperature for 12 months, no problem.
Oh wow. Good for
Uh,
people like me who drink chili, no?
that one is raw material, basically is for customer who is doing chili sauce. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very, very
So
nice. I love how you start off somewhere, but you always evolved into something new, something new. I like how it was going to waste. Many people would just be like, "Oh, it's going to waste. It's such a loss in my company." But you actually found a solution to that, and you came up with a whole new product line, and you went into that, and then you improved that, and now you have a variety of sauces and chilies and all of that. It's amazing to see how creative you are in terms of that. One of our audience is in love with chili. He's already commenting about it.
okay. So thanks.
Very nice, very nice. In terms of, I like how you shared about R&D, right? So is that something you have always liked? Like, are you the scientist kid when you're in school, or
Oh, okay. To brief you a bit about my background,
yeah,
uh, I was I studied in USM in that, and I obtained my degree as a Bachelor of Chemistry. So after that, after I married, no, sorry, during my working experience with another MNC company, I continue my studies with MBA in UPM
yep,
in international business.
okay,
So yeah, that is how. But then R&D is one of my passion. Actually, I like to test out things, and then I want to know um, how to preserve the product, if possible, without preservative.
mm,
So passion, my passion is also cooking. So sometimes I also create varieties of silly kind of dishes. So yeah, and then of course my children love it a lot.
yeah. I would love to try out this food one day. When there's no MCU. All right, that's amazing. Like, it's one of your skills. I don't think it's the only skill you have. It is one of the many things that I think you do very, very well. So one of the topics that we actually wanted to talk about today is in terms of partnership, right? So I think, like, you actually started this business not alone. You actually started this with your spouse as well. So, like, what was that journey like? Because a lot of us have this perception over, like, you run a business with your family member or something like that. We always think it is a disastrous thing. It is going to end in trouble. Is that what it was like for you, or was it the best partnership you could possibly have?
Okay, personally, I would say running a business with spouse is a good thing. It's also
Okay.
challenging. Okay, the best part is you got to know the whole operation of the business that you build together. So if anything happened to another partner, at least we are able to continue his or her legacy.
Yep.
Yeah, and then of course, in a business with spouse, also got argument lah and fighting.
Yes.
Because okay, when we started off, of course, we don't draw a line. Everything is like messy, and
Yeah.
then sometimes I have this opinion, he has that opinion, and we cannot come into a, how to say, a an answer. So
Yes.
so therefore, sometimes I don't want to talk to you lah. Then he also doesn't want to talk to me. Kind of like very kebudak-budakan, that kind of attitude. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, and the challenging part is because of that kind of fights and argument. If you don't go and solve the problem, solve the
Yep.
issue, it will become a disaster, especially with your spouse, right?
Yep.
So as I told my husband, okay, we got to draw a line. So my husband is taking care of the finance and sales, and I'm more to operation and HR.
Okay.
So just want to share with you, whenever sales is not very good, it's low, he cannot sleep at night, and then we'll be worrying the whole night. But I will be
Yeah.
sleeping like a pig. I don't.
He's the one who dreams about it.
Yeah. So whenever we have any humor, because man is usually is a bit soft one. So when comes to human resource, the workers usually likes to ask him, sir, can we have OT or whatsoever lah, or they want
Yeah,
to buy something.
yeah.
And yeah, when we draw the line, he will always tell the workers, you go and see madam. So the workers is like, okay, go and see madam, sure cannot.
Pity the
So,
worker, but
and usually ladies are like more strict, and then yeah lah, sometimes we find that it's not worthable to go into that, then we will say no. Then that's the thing. So every time the workers come, uh, usually the worker will come to him and then he will pass the message to me.
um, that's I can't. If you guys ever had a perception that women are not strong or not, it's completely untrue, guys. What Miss Eleen is saying is true. They are usually more strict than the men in the business and all of that. That is so true. I have a follow up question. Right? Like, since both of you were in that business, and I'm sure, like, if it is a crisis, then both of you are equally involved and taken up by it. So when you're both in the business, how was the handling your kids? Like, is it tough to manage your kids because both of you are involved in the business, so that there's no actually like all same timing, everything's the same thing, and if there's a crisis, both of you are involved in it. How did you manage your relationship with your children?
Okay, for children, because from year 2003 to 2009, my kids, I take care of themselves. I take care of them myself.
Yep.
So sometimes when I want to go out for a meeting, I will leave them with my mother-in-law. Yeah. So she will help me to take care of them just for a
Yep.
few hours. And after that, I will pick them up. So luckily that she helps me a lot also lah in terms of this.
Yep. I think support system is something very helpful to kind of like make sure, and I like that you didn't make it as an issue, like, oh, because I'm kids I cannot do it. You just went out and did it, which is amazing to see.
Yes. My attitude is just do it.
Okay, okay. So, in terms of running a business, I think, yes, we talked a little bit about working with your partner. What are the challenges you face? Which is you will end up fighting, and if you don't draw the line, it one will affect the other, which is so true. But like, were there any challenges that both of you face together, and how do you guys handle it when if there's a crisis? How do the both of you work together to handle it?
Usually, when there's a crisis, I will sit down with him and then we try to figure out actually what's happening and what's the root cause of this problem. Then, after that, we come to the preventive action and the corrective action.
Hmm.
So, we will have a mutual understanding because without discussing, and he is the only one who take charge, and or I am the one who take charge, then I think it's not fair lah. Because
Yeah.
this business is we build together one mah.
Yep.
So we should have a mutual understanding and also always have discussion among ourselves. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. I like that you also brought up about root cause. Like, you actually address it at the beginning of it, and not like the effects of a overall problem kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, in terms of, is there any stories you can tell us? Like, what were some of the crises that you faced when you were doing your business?
Oh yeah. That was another incident whereby we purchased material from unreliable supplier. The material is a trading material that we don't manufacture. So we
Yep.
just source for our customer and we don't do any further processing. And we just trade it like that. So our customer did not do any pre-screening or pre-sorting. So they mix it up with their finished product and contamination happens. And at the end of the day, we have to bear the cost of the consequences. And guess what? 500,000 flies away.
Sorry. You keep shocking me with your figures.
So it's not easy, yeah. What the material is high value product. Ayo,
Oh,
yes, that is really frustrating us at that point of time. Yeah.
yes.
We learned that we must get the, even though we do sourcing, we also have to have the material from those reliable ones. And best if you are able to visit them, have a
Mm.
factory visits, and then look at their certification and things like that. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Okay.
most of all, and the most important is the terms. Terms you got to ask them. Okay, if let's say they want 100% TT, it's very hard to do 100% TT. Sometimes, as I say, like the previous case, the chili that we went to the farm, and then
Yeah.
yeah, chili didn't come. Yeah, a lot of this kind of, I don't know lah. I don't know how to describe it. Cheaters, we will say, yeah. And it's always very disappointing when we have the trust, we entrust that person to do to send the things to us, and then at the end of the day they didn't, right?
Mm. So it is good for us to just do our checks properly, get our sourcing from reliable suppliers and all of that, which is, if you are, I think it's something definitely very important if you are in the product based industries and all that. For sure you must do this, and also service based also, I think it does play a big role, which I think that, thank you for sharing that. Someone, a young entrepreneur like me, can definitely learn from your experiences. This okay, there's actually a question: how do you deal with the stress of losing 500,000? Because if I lost that amount of money, I'll probably get a heart attack. It's an audience question that we have. And actually, that is so true. Like, I can't even imagine it, so I'm not even going to try. But like, how do you deal with the stress that comes with it?
Oh yeah, we really, at that point of time we really stressful, and what can we do? Because actually it's also our fault. I mean, we admit that we got to admit our fault, then only we can improve, right? So
Yep.
it's also our fault that we didn't really check the supplier's background, and we learn from that. So that is the price that we pay to learn.
Yes. I like the perspective that you bring in. Like, it's actually, it's just a lesson. Learn from it and move on. Don't get caught up with it, right?
Exactly. You if you keep on thinking of, oh, I lost 500,000, but if you don't improve on yourself, like I say, we got to look at the root cause, preventive action, and um,
Corrective action.
corrective action. So we won't go anywhere. We'll keep on turning round and round like merry-go-round. So no point.
So true, so true. So since we are talking about lessons and all, in terms of your personal finance, right, is there how was your perception towards it when you were younger, and is there any like tips that you personally, like, or principles that you personally have in your personal finance management that you can share with our audience today?
A personal my advice on money finance, yeah, money
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that
Money matters.
never spend your money until you have earned it. Spend which is your need, not your want. Meaning to say, you don't know how to earn it, so you don't spend it. So when you have the ability to earn it, but you got to spend on what you need, not what you want. Need means what? Example. Okay, um, you have baju, you have the clothes, right? So you have so many clothes already. Do you still need to have more? If you want to have more means your want. It is not your need anymore because you already got.
Yep.
That is what I mean.
Very nice. How did you come up with that? Like, what is there, like some kind of experience that made you come to that conclusion that earn first, then only spend, kind of thing?
Because when I was young, I come from a poor family actually. So I know the toughness of earning money. Because at the age of standard four is age what
10 years old. 10 years
10
old.
years old. I helped my mom to be the waitress of a catering group. So whenever Saturday or Sunday there is wedding reception or whatsoever, I will help her. Yeah. But at that point of time we are poor. It's not about labor law lah or whatsoever, right? It's
Yep.
about surviving.
Yep.
You want to eat, you gotta survive. There's no choice. And you can't be begging people every day. So therefore, my mom also teach me how to be independent. So that's why when I earn the money, I usually, um, you can say stingy lah, in other words. But no lah. But then another thing I want to say is that just spend it wisely with your hard-earned money. Yes.
Yep. I if there's one thing I know, it's you're not stingy, because one of the things that Miss Eleen actually does is she supports the youth movement Ascendance, and it's something that is very close to my heart, and I think that is how we came to know each other, and I really do appreciate you for that, because I feel like there's a lot of people who would have born with a lot of riches and who are still rich and all of that, but they would still think twice before helping others. But I think you are someone who's so generous at heart that you will actually go out to help people. So I think I should take this opportunity to thank you for that.
No, it's
For
okay because I want to give back to the society. Because when I was young, a lot of people also help us out. And
Yep.
if you keep on receiving and not giving, is not okay, ma. No balance there.
That is so true. That is so true. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Okay. So if to kind of like, if anyone in the audience has questions, guys, please do ask. This is your chance. Even if you want to ask how chili is made, you can ask about that as well. You can ask anything you want. This is your opportunity. But I'm also curious, like, if in terms of your advice, lah, if for someone who is just starting out their business, who's a youngster like me, what are the things we should be careful about? What are the things we should be doing it now itself, and something that you didn't do when you started off but you wish you had done it when you did start off your business?
Okay, I know that for youngster startups, usually you will meet with a lot of obstacles. So do not give up. Actually, it is the way to success. Because from the word impossible comes comes from the word I am possible.
Yep.
Yes.
That is
So
so true.
so whatever that you do, another thing is you got to think out of the box. For instance, my company is doing chili paste and things like that. So in actually, I started off with the chili sauce in bottle in end of 2020. So
Okay.
at that point of time, most of my customers are MNC. MNC also face uh, how to say the sales go down by 50%. So I was like scared already. I start worrying. And
Yep.
of course, as a company, we need to survive. And also for me, my asset is my employees. Because of them, only lifestyle ventures is to be able to expand until this big.
Yep.
So I always appreciate them. So until now, I never how to say cut off employees or whatsoever. No, I keep them. Yeah. So for that, I need to diversify my business,
Yes.
and I started off with the product Manfo. Yes.
Amazing. So how it's kind of, because a lot of what I've noticed personally, right, during the pandemic, a lot of people face the same obstacle, which is whatever you're doing cannot be done anymore. And like you mentioned, even big companies, MNCs, are going cutting down by 50%. That's a huge impact. So how are you able to, like, just come up with an idea so quickly and just start developing a whole new product line? I think now you do B2C, you're
Yes.
approaching customers directly. So how did you make that switch so fast, like B2B to B2C, so fast?
Okay. Before that, as I say, I like to cook. So I actually has written all my recipes already. Yeah. I write it and then I write it down and then after that I tested it out in my lab. Of course, with the like I say, lab test to
Yep.
make sure that the shelf life is okay according to the shelf life that I want. Then after that, I just put it in e-commerce, Lazada, Shopee. Yes, you can find Manpok product there.
Yes. So since we are on that topic, I think I would like to share, guys, you can buy their products. Manfuk, you just have to search their name on Lazada and all of that. I'm gonna leave the link in the chat box so you can buy it. Personally, I'm a huge fan. I'm just saying it's really good. especially the crispy prawn, super good. So you can actually buy their sauces and all that. You get to support someone as amazing as Miss Eleen. At the same time, I think you get to treat your tongue to some really nice food as well. It's so amazing for to see how fast you can make that switch. But I also like that you shared that you already had those recipes in hand. That means you're so passionate about your that the chili and the sauce and all of these things, that even when there was no crisis, you were already doing more things with it. You're already trying out recipes, you're already trying out and experimenting, so that when the crisis came, you just have to implement the idea, and it comes through.
Actually, there's a story behind it. My husband, his grandmother is a nyonya. So when he was young, he used to see his grandmother's cooking. So
Okay.
from there, he also loves to cook. Actually, he loves to cook for us during weekend. Yeah, and then that is how when he cook, I will ask, "What do you put ah? Tell me ah." So I'll jot down.
So
So yeah, when in year 2019, actually he passed on, yes, due to colon cancer, and because of that, to remember him, I put the name Manfo. Yes.
which is very nice. I think his legacy lives on in a way, right? His recipes are all, it lives on through your products, which is very nice to see. Since you did bring that up, I'm very curious, like when, because you started it with him, with your husband and all of that, and this whole lifestyle ventures is done as a partnership. So what was it like he passed on, and what were the challenges you had to face then, when your partner, who has been through everything with you, when that person is no longer around, how do you even manage it?
Actually, I'm at that time I'm really in depression. I do not know what to do because, like I say, he was in finance and sales, so I am in operation and HR. So you asked me to see the P&L. I don't know. I don't know what's that. So luckily, my family members and relatives are willing to help me out. I would like to thank them a lot. Without them, I would not be today. Yes.
Yeah, like I think throughout even earlier days, and even recently, your family has been there to kind of like help you get through the challenges that you're facing, and come out a bit stronger as well. I think you have grown your business amazingly, and you are impacting a lot more people through it. So kudos to you, Miss Elaine. I think you're an amazing entrepreneur. So
Thank you so much.
any last parting words to our audience today? I think our audience love your sharing. They're actually dropping very nice comments in the chat box. Guys, if you love what Miss Eileen has shared so far, do drop an encouraging comment in the chat, so that kind of get her excited to do more things, and I get to taste more yummy chilies. Any parting advice for youngsters like me who are going into the world? It can be in money, it can be in life. Anything you'd like to share with us?
Okay. In our life, like I say just now, don't always say I am not possible or impossible. Okay, remember that because
Yep.
from the word possible comes from the word I am possible. So for those like youngsters, when you are married, you have relationship, I would advise you is the first to apologize is the bravest, the first to forgive is the strongest, and the first to forget is the happiest.
Wow, very nicely
Got
said.
to have a mutual understanding, yes, in order for the relationship to sustain.
Beautifully shared, Miss Eileen. Loved it. Thank you
Thank
so much. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your experiences. I think you were so brave to share many of the stories that you did. So thank you so much for doing that.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
So guys, say bye to Miss Eileen as I wrap up today's show. Thank you so much. This was episode 21. Let me remove Miss Eleen. And yeah, that was episode 21. I think she shared a lot of wonderful stories. Like I mentioned, you can go and buy their products on Lazada and Shopee. Just search the word Manfu. The link is also in the comments. buy the products. It's amazing. I love it. You can also follow Miss Eleen. I think she's on LinkedIn. You can follow their company Manfuk on Instagram. Check them out. Keep following their progress and their products and all of that. I think they will come up with more and more amazing things. That's what we have seen so far. She always develops something new from where she is, and I'm sure we'll see many more amazing things to come from there. As mentioned, I think Miss Erin doesn't just run her business successfully, but she also supports youngsters in the work they do. Personally, I'm very grateful for her support in Ascendance, the youth movement, and the social enterprise that is impacting students across not just our country but also worldwide. And one of the events that Miss Eileen will be also speaking at is none other than the Road to New Age Learner virtual conference that is happening next weekend. So next weekend from 31st July 12 p.m. to 1st of August 12 p.m. Yes, I'm right. It's a 24-hour event. Miss Eileen is also going to be one of the speakers. We'll reveal which slot to you guys later on. But many more other entrepreneurs, youngsters, teachers, parents are going to be speaking at this event, and we are all going to be talking about the upcoming New Age Learner virtual conference. So if you guys are excited, do follow Ascendance on our social media and all of that. I'll drop the link in the comments and join us for the live stream. There'll be many people sharing amazing stories. Some of them will be doing workouts with you. There's going to be so many amazing stuff happening. I hope to see you guys there. And also next week Sunday we'll be back with another episode of Money Matters at 3 p.m. and this time we'll be featuring one more of our corporate partners, as well as an inspiring entrepreneur that I had the privilege to meet many years ago, and I still love how he has pivoted and done many amazing things. So we'll be talking with a very successful entrepreneur as well. If you have not subscribed to Money Matters, do subscribe once again. I'm going to leave the link in the chat box so that you can get personalized updates on WhatsApp or email on our upcoming episodes, so you don't miss any of our episodes. You come and make sure you join us for all of it. And if let's say you came in late, and or if you missed our last week episodes and you want to watch our previous episodes and whatnot, do not worry. We actually have a link tree with all the episodes that we have done ready in one place for you to find. So if you want to watch our previous episodes, please do click on the link tree link that I've sent in the chat as well. Thank you so much once again, guys, and I hope to see you next week. My name is Madhura, signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and please do like and subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Do share this episode with your friends and family. And if you like this episode, leave us a review on our Facebook page, facebook.com/simplyempowering. Money Matters is where we aim to provide valuable content to inspire and empower you on your money matters. Thank you once again for watching this episode, and see you guys at the next one.